Here's what's coming up on this month's new episode of the Business of Cleaning podcast. Nate Lucht, owner of Spotless Enterprise Corp, looked everywhere for fulfillment in his 20s, including working in the medical field, automotive industry, and working in schools. But he was left unfulfilled and unchallenged.
It didn't happen overnight, I ain't gonna lie. It was a slow realization at first. I kept feeling like I was just going through the motions. I was just collecting a paycheck, but not really growing. And that's kind of where I questioned what I was doing. I remember a moment when I was working a job and I looked around and I thought, is this really what I want to do for the next 10, 20, 30 years? Now, don't get me wrong. People do that and they enjoy it, and that's great. But that question really stuck with me, and I knew I needed something that would push me, that would challenge me, that would force me to grow. I needed something where I could make a direct impact. I didn't want to settle. I didn't want to settle on myself and my family, and I wanted to build something meaningful. And so that's what got me going in the direction of that entrepreneur mindset, that business owner mindset.
In his first year in the cleaning industry, Nate profited only $10,000, but he kept a positive attitude.
Instead of focusing on what I didn't have, I didn't have employees, I didn't have a consistent schedule, I didn't have this, that, and the other. I looked at what I was building. And I think that right there really allowed me to see the positive. Even with just, that $10,000 in profit, I had a foundation. I had something I could build off of.
With the cleaning industry being so fast-paced, sometimes companies forget to hit pause to celebrate the wins.
We're so task-oriented people. We live in a microwave society. And so it's always the next thing, always going. And because we're so focused on the next task, we don't acknowledge the process. And when you don't acknowledge the process, you burn out. So being able to recognize the wins, I feel like keeps that morale high, not only in the team, but with yourself, and reminds everyone why the work matters. And even a step further into that, it's not just celebrating the wins, it's also celebrating the efforts. For instance, if you sent out a bid to XYZ client and you didn't get the bid, well, that is a great opportunity to figure out, okay, reach back out to them. Okay, hey, we're, touching back here. Curious to know what made you decide to go another XYZ organization. So being able to celebrate the progress of, now we learned something different. Now we can strategize a little bit differently. I also think it's huge too. So celebrating the wins, looking in the rearview mirror and be like, man, look how far we've gotten.
Nate is very passionate about making sure that owners and new businesses stay in the cleaning industry.
The reason why I'm so passionate about keeping business owners in the cleaning industry is that I know the potential it holds. Actually, I take that back. I know some of the potential because I am selling myself to stay every day, every single day. And so cleaning business it's not just a job. I believe it's an opportunity to build financial stability, the flexibility, create jobs for other people, and provide a service, because we're service-based, that genuinely impacts communities.
Be sure to catch this month's new episode beginning on Wednesday, March 19th. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the video portion on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a 5-star review today.